she has experienced all the different conflicts between people. And she knows how to solve these issues because she went through them and she found a solution herself. Therefore, whenever I am experiencing any issues with my friends or having any conflicts with my relatives or family, then my mom is able to give wise suggestions. For instance, if I have an argument with my friends because our opinions do not align in the school project, then my mom would tell me how to compromise with my friends. Maybe like using half of my opinion and half of my friend's opinion. This was one way that my mom showed wisdom through her experiences. That's it for me.
Alright, have a seat. Okay?
Do I not need the time?
No, I think you have the time. Right now the clock says a minute 30, so I think you have a minute. Yeah. I'm sorry, good, good. Put your bag over here.
I forgot the story.
Alright, now, could you tell me your name?
I feel kind of bad, but
Open it, and you read out the topic to the judges, and you can start, okay?
My topic is the importance of reducing, reusing, and recycling. Yeah. So, what is reducing, reusing, and recycling? When people mention these three words, they're talking about the process of trying to protect and sustain the environment. Reducing means to reduce the amount of waste that you produce, or to reduce what you use, like electricity, try to reduce how much you use them. Reusing means to use again things that are safe to do so, and recycling means to, after you are done with doing something such as water bottles or old clothes, you can deconstruct them and reassemble them into something new that you can use. So, for my experience, my school has a tradition where annually we would have a day where we would follow these three words, and we would try to reduce, reuse, and recycle the garbage and the waste in our school. I feel like it's really meaningful because in this way we can help protect the environment, not only where we live, but also contribute to a bigger picture. So the next time that you walk around and you see trash, please remind yourself that it's very important that we must reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Next person, please.
thank you. I don't know what I talked about.
Choose. Read the topic out to the judges and say, have 3 minutes.
The topic is endangered animals need protection. Several years ago, my school TAS started a function that we would work with a certain organization called the Wild Rhino Foundation. In there, we were allowed to write essays, draw pictures, and we would win prizes for helping contribute towards the efforts of helping the endangered species of rhinos all around the world. Good morning, my name is Tanya, and today I'm speaking on the topic of whether or not endangered animals need protection. And it is my belief that endangered animals are an important part of every habitat's biodiversity, and thus we should ensure that they are maintained and ensure that they receive the treatment and the safety that is entitled to them. Our biodiversity, as we all know, is degrading due to climate destruction, habitat destruction, climate change, and due to a lot of the problems, the issues that are being caused by humans, by factories that we are creating. And so, since it's our responsibility that all these animals are suffering, that all of these animals are being put through forest fires, being put through melting icebergs, and having their habitats, their lives endangered. And it's not only them, it's us too. We rely on the biodiversity of our habitats and our climates. What would happen if suddenly the food chain were to collapse? What if one day polar bears went extinct, or what if one day rhinos went extinct? Would that affect the entire climate? Or would that affect the entire habitat? Would that affect us in some way? If whales went extinct one day, we would lose our source of oil. Even though it is due to our exploitation of these animals that they are suffering and that it would affect us. So that is why it is my belief that even though endangered animals, it may seem as though these animals have been around for forever, we might be taking them for granted, we might be taking these resources for what we believe would be eternal. But due to our own actions, we must take responsibility and we must provide these endangered animals with care and with safety. Thank you.
Okay, we're ready for the next person. Yes, okay. Can you choose one of those? Open it, look at the topic leading up to the judges, and then you can see.
Real wealth is not measured in money or possessions. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Crystal, and today I would like to speak on my opinion on whether real wealth is measured by money or possession or not. In our society, we were born into a system where everyone has to have money or possessions to live under a healthy roof, to live under a stable roof and have a healthy life. However, is that what happiness is really like? Do we need money? Do we need possessions to be happy, to be in wealth? I would like to think that I would like to agree to this statement to some extent, However, due to the society that we live in, it is really impossible to not measure wealth by money or possession. Personally, I like to find my own happiness through the things I enjoy. However, the things I enjoy sometimes comes to buying toys for myself, playing video games, having a healthy family, taking care of myself or my parents while they're sick. And what does that cost? It costs money. Even though that may seem like a sad reality, we just have to admit that money kind of develops to everything we have to do. However, we shouldn't live by this line. To live by the fact that money or possession can make us happy seems a bit like not really living life. To live life, you have to rise to challenges. You have to look at your mistakes. You have to grow as a human being. And to grow, you have to figure out things for yourself. And that can help you see what to improve in your own life. And what does that cost? It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't cost any possession. It costs your own self, your own thinking, your own thoughts, your own experiences to help you see that life isn't all about money. Even though it might seem like it is. But I like to believe that everyone can find their own happiness, can find their own wealth without money.
Okay. Okay, let's go. All right.
What has more impact, being beautiful or being kind? Okay. What has more impact, being beautiful or being kind? I'm pretty sure that everyone in here likes to be beautiful, right? I mean, it's the most primitive thing ever. When humans see something that looks nice, we tend to like it. But if we really think about it, being beautiful does not have as much of an impact as being kind. Because while being beautiful, you can look nice. If you're not kind and you're very evil, then it's really just a face with no personality. And I just like to tell you that if you have a choice to be beautiful or kind, you should always be kind, because I remember when I was younger, I was bullied. I was not treated well in class, and well, it really sucked. I was not beautiful. But there was this person who was very kind to me. She was also bullied, similar to me, and she wasn't beautiful per se, but I remember her way more clearly than any other person who was beautiful in my class. So when you see someone that's like beautiful or kind, that's beautiful, you should really think that, hey, this person is beautiful, but are they kind? Because if you meet someone who's kind, they will have a much larger impact on you because you will learn much more from a person who's kind and who cares for other people than people who are just beautiful.
Okay,
part of good relationships. So, first I would like to say, why do people lie? Well, when people of different ages lie for different reasons. For example, when you're younger, you usually would lie because you're afraid of getting punished by your parents for doing something wrong. And as a teenager, sometimes you lie to run away from your fear, or there are a lot of reasons to why people lie. But usually, adults, they don't lie. Sometimes they exaggerate stuff, but they don't lie because they usually have nothing to be afraid of. So if my question is lying a necessary part of good relationships? What kind of relationships are we talking about? Is lying good in a romantic relationship? I believe not, because in a romantic relationship, the most fundamental part of it is based on trust, loyalty, and of course affection. So if lying is a part of it, then one of the most fundamental parts will be broken, and there will be sort of doubt and uncertainty in the relationship. While in a relationship that's more professional, such as when your teachers or when your colleagues are interested in something in the future that's not too romantic, lying can be a way to help strengthen it if used correctly. Sometimes people lie if they think that it caused no harm to the other person that they're lying to. And as a person, I also lie too when I think it's not gonna damage my relationship with the person I'm lying to. So. I don't think lying is a necessary part of a relationship, because I think our relationship should be built on trust and honesty. When you find out that the person you're having a relationship with, no matter romantic or professional, lying will cause a bit of doubt whenever there's a transaction or interaction, or the next time you're seeing them, or when you're making a deal with that person, you think at the back of your head, is there any chances this person might lie to me, might not be completely honest with me? Therefore, I think that lying is not a necessary part in a relationship, to make a good relationship.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me take your name first. Is that you?
Yes.
Got it. Now you can choose an envelope. You can put the read, take out the chocolate, read it out to the judges, and then you can start. Okay?
The topic I shall be presenting is being poor is not a crime. There are many definitions for being poor. Some might say you lack money, you lack finances, you lack experiences. You are poor in personal experiences, you are poor in personal feelings, emotions. You, essentially, you are nothing. In contrast to being wealthy in success, wealthy in happiness, wealthy in experiences. The two are radically different, very different concepts. There's an uncrossable abyss in between. When you refer to one, the other tends not to come to mind. Being poor could be the result of lifelong debt, previous generational debt, just circumstantial misfortune in general. Being poor is not just only about lacking, not just only being about being homeless or other things, but the circumstances that lead you to being poor could also be an emotional trauma, such as a breakup or divorce. It leads you to be poor in emotional content. It emotional intelligence. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have being wealthy. We would say that what leads you to be wealthy in, say, in finances would be success in life, which many poor people may not get due to, again, circumstances and just basic lack of fortune in general. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you this. What is your definition for being wealthy and successful? If you say that, if your answer is correct and there's no right answer, would it be true to say that the definition of being poor is the opposite? Would it be correct to say that the definition of being poor is the exact opposite of being wealthy and successful? This is an idea that I believe would go back to even the ancient times of the Greek Socrates, philosophers, and ancient monks, Asian monks, and priests. The idea of being wealthy and successful has always been probed, has always been researched and looked into deeply. Can you measure success? What are the ways to measure wealth? And on the opposite end of the spectrum, can we measure how poor you are, how much you lack? Answer to this, whether being poor is a crime, may be subjective of your circumstance in general, is that it is not due to one's
you choose and go. So write the topic, read it out to the judges, and then you can start.
People only need one good friend. Good morning, my name is Olivia Sunaraj. I'll be speaking on whether people need one good friend. I think friends are a really important part of life because not only do we get to socialize and make new experiences with them, we also learn from their mistakes, but we can also learn from their goods. I personally have a lot of friends because I socialize a lot, and it's just something that in school we learn to have a lot of friends because they will support you mentally, and they can also help you with schoolwork, with family problems. I personally don't think we only need one good friend because there can be many good friends. I have been friends with some people for 11 years, and I've had 7 of those friends. And having more friends to me seems like it just helps me more in life. Having one friend, it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is good to have people, like more people to support you because there are going to be tough times, especially with your parents. And in your teenage years, you're going to be rebellious and you're going to want to rebel. But over time, like having your friends by your side to support you will really help you because it will help you learn like experience. Like from my friends, I've learned a lot of things. Like in my classes, I personally take AP classes, and my friends have taken them before, so I learned a lot from them because they teach me like mistakes and stuff because not everyone is perfect. So learning from other friends and learning from their mistakes or learning from their good stuff will eventually make you a better version of yourself, which is a goal that all of us want to experience in life. I feel like friends, even though friends are important, you also should have a relationship with your parents. Having one friend does not determine your whole life being good because you could have a miserable life and only one friend, and it may not be enough to support you to have one friend, but having a friend by your side is good because they will stick up for you during hard times. There's lots of drama that happens in high school, especially with like people like teenagers and high schoolers. You have a lot of drama going on, so having someone who will stand up for you and stick by your side through all the hard times and the good times, it shows that they really respect you and value you as a person in their life. And good friends also help you learn from like learn from their experiences in high school, because some of your friends may experience other things and different things. Like some of them may have gone rock climbing and it might be your first time going rock climbing, and I experienced that in Denmark last week. So I think the moral of the story is that you can have any amount of friends you want. Having one good friend is beneficial to your life, because you can have someone who sticks by you and is supporting. They can guide you in your life and teach you how to learn lessons in life. Thank you. Couples should only be allowed to have 2 children. What does it mean to have children? Why should we be the ones to define why someone else has kids and how many they should have? First, let's think about why they should have children. As we all know, human population is increasing day by day. It's actually becoming a global issue, one that affects all of us on a daily basis. With the rise in human population, rises competition, not only in academic fields, but in job interviews, in everything in general. Human population also affects global warming. It affects everything. However, I believe that people should have their own choice in the amount of kids that they have. People should have the right to decide for themselves how many kids they should have, because it is not us that have control over their bodies. It is their bodies, not ours. A couple, as a pair, should be able to have that right to decide whether or not they should have children and how many they should have, because it is their choice, it is their kids. We are not the ones that will raise them. However, at the same time, I'd like to point out that some people don't really have the choice. Some places have laws where abortion is illegal. Some people don't get to make the choice whether they can have kids or not. Places like China used to have laws where only 2 kids could be present in one family. However, I believe that these laws are made by government bodies that have no control over a parent's body, a parent's decision. I believe that these laws are not the ones that give birth to kids, and therefore they should have no right, and therefore couples should be allowed to have 2 or more children.
You don't have a child. You don't have a child.
is the importance of self-confidence. When I was in elementary school, my teacher asked a bunch of first graders, me included, who wants to be the president of our class, basically the student who will lead the class in activities. And I really wanted to be in that position. But there's one thing holding me back, and that is I don't believe in myself. As a child, I was extremely self-conscious and my self-esteem was extremely low. And throughout all of my adolescence, that has stayed like that. And it has really hindered me from a lot of opportunities. For example, I was in a competition for a scholarship in an international high school, but a lot of my lack of self-confidence really impacted how I performed in that particular competition. I performed pretty horribly in the speaking round and the interview round because what I said to the judges doesn't hold the same value as someone who has really good self-confidence. So why is self-confidence important to you? Because first, before you want people to believe that you have the power to do something, you must be the one to first believe in yourself, because that will be the fuel for you to overcome any challenges that you may have. Self-confidence is the thing that will push you to overcome criticism and any obstacles that you meet in your path, because even though people don't believe in you, if you do believe that you have the ability to do well, you will be able to get through those challenges and achieve your goals. Self-confidence is also important in building your images towards other people, because people tend to be very graphic, to have a good impression on people with self-confidence, because then they have that sense that you can trust this person and their abilities, and that this person can bring real value to the table, and that is real value to the table. But self-confidence, in my opinion, is also important, and it can also inspire you to be like you, because I believe that self-confidence is something that you can share relationships and peers, and not just something for yourself, because having self-confidence and showing that you have that confidence in yourself will really inspire people around you to believe in themselves and achieving great things to the best of their abilities.
Now we're going to award the winners for the impromptu speech competition. This is participated by 12 schools. 12 participants. Second runner-up is performer number 12 from the Canadian International School. Congratulations. You have a lot of medals already. She has a lot of ID cards. Congratulations.
In second place, we have performer number 1 from BBIL.
for impromptu speech competition, to give everybody an idea, they were just given a topic and with no preparation, they gave their speeches. And now for our champion for the impromptu speech for Saigon Literary Festival 2022 is performer number. Any number you have in mind? 5! Our impromptu speech champion is performer number 6 from the American School, Marcus.
And Marcus, if you could say a few words.
I would like to say thank you to all my friends who have supported me. I'd like to say thank you to all the performances today. They were so amazing. I'm glad we pulled it off in such a short notice as well. Thank you to Mr. Jacob for getting all this to happen. And thank you to all the schools and all the students and teachers who came today. It was really amazing for our school to see a lot of new faces and make a lot of new interactions. We are really grateful to have you guys here today, and be kind.
Yeah.